Hello, and welcome back to Stout Hammer Forge, the world's okayest dwarven workshop. Today we're going to be taking a little bit of a break from the knife grinding work that we're doing because I have a first coming up for me. Coming up this Saturday, I'm going to be doing my first vending gig at a SCA event down in Maryland. So, as I've been working mostly on little commissions, one-off projects, I'm going to have to work on getting some actual inventory hammered out. And so what we're going to start with tonight, my goal is to get about 5 or 6 of these pieces of stock cut down and turned into some bottle openers to have to sell at the event. Going to be working on a few more things throughout the week. But this is what we're going to start with today. And maybe if I've got time, move on to something else. So let's get the forge lit up and everything getting heated. So now that we've got all of these kind of punched in and opened up, you can see it's got these dog ears. It's kind of pointy ears on top. We're going to knock those down. This one kind of turned a little bit more crooked than usual, but we can fix that, just hammering it down. On the other side, even it back out. Then we're going to take that to a cone mandrel. We're going to open up the hole a little bit more, take it to a cone mandrel, knock those ears down, and kind of further expand and refine that hole. So here we've got our cone mandrel. It functions very similar to the horn of an anvil. Unlike the horn of an anvil, it's designed to be in a actual, like, more symmetrical conical shape, but it's a cone, as opposed to the horn, which isn't. It doesn't have the same curve all the way around it. You know, it's got a deeper curve on the bottom of the horn and a shallower curve on the top of the horn, usually on the anvil. So that's where, if you're trying to hammer something actually like into a perfect circle or close to it, these can be very handy for that. You can see it kind of knock those corners down there. Help circle it out a little bit. We're going to throw that in. Back in the forge. Get the next one out. Whew. I had not been cooling off my tongs as regularly as I should have. They steamed a lot. And actually, I really need to get and secure this anvil down, because it likes to walk a little bit, and over time it's slowly, the stump it's on is angled down this way ever so slightly, so it'll start to walk towards the edge of the anvil that way. I've got some metal strapping. I just need to like wrap it and strap it and get some screws and strap it down to the tree stump. But anyway, enough about my long list of projects. So I've got all the holes where I like them. Next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to take a ball punch that I made, and we're going to use that to put the little divot into the bottle openers. That makes a little lid lifter, is what a lot of people call them. Where does that punch go? There, so I don't lose it. Put my hand right there so I don't lose it. I got a problem. think I might give this one more pass, but let me see if I can kind of show you what I'm talking about. So that part right there, you can see that indentation, how it raises it up, and it'll pop the top off of what you're drinking from. It's probably far enough in, but I want to get it a little bit thinner, because if you get it too thick, sometimes it has trouble catching. There you go. You can kind of feel it a little bit. For me, like, I almost want the punch to almost be about ready to slide off of there, that you've got it down thin enough. These light hammer blows I'm doing are nothing more than knocking the forge scale off. I thought it'd be an interesting thing to try, as I was watching another blacksmith on YouTube who talking about the time he had talked to the blacksmith down at historical Williamsburg, and one thing they were discussing was that colonial blacksmiths, so obviously blacksmiths and before that, they didn't have wire brushes that modern blacksmiths use a lot to scrape that forge scale off of there, and they would do it with just like very light hammer blows, light enough to break the scale and crack it, but not heavy enough to mar or endanger, the integrity of the piece. So that'd be something fun to try to work on. Anyway, now actually because I like the way this little lip is on that one, I'm going to put it in backwards. When I say backwards, I'm going to put it in handle side first. And that way it'll heat up more from here down towards there. Because I'm pretty much done working on this end. But now I'm going to work on my texture down along this face of it. So I'm about ready to pull one of the bottle openers back out. But I'll show you. So this is my texturing hammer. It's just a little small ball peen hammer. And I'm going to put just, what's referred to as a hammer and finish on it using the ball peen side of it. Ball peen side of things. Almost got it in one. Pop that back in, but you can. Let's see if you can kind of see. Yeah, you can see how that textures it a little bit. And that's just the kind of look I like to go for. There's a lot of different styles you can do. I've done different styles as kind of tests for bottle openers, for gifts for friends, for other pieces. You can do finishes that kind of look like tree bark. You can do finishes that look like whatever you want. Leaves are a common project. You can try to put veining in it, make one end of your bottle opener look like a leaf. There's just so much that you can do. I'm going to get these finished up, and then we'll show you the next step that I do for the way that once they're all hammered and stamped with my shop's initials, how I finish them up with the paste wax that some of you might have seen before on other videos. There's a little bit of smoke's going to come off of it. You don't want too much. This is just at the right amount. Really, any more than this, and you've probably got your metal a little bit too hot. But just get it all nice and waxed up, and you go hang it up to dry, and then it's all good. A new project I'm trying. A lot of people like hammer pendants of various styles, so I had some metal that I got from a friend that I'm using this tool right here, which is called a guillotine tool, to narrow down part of it to form the quote-unquote the hammer part of, the handle part of the hammer. I'm going to neck it down. I think it's turning out well. I'm going to neck it down one more time. Then it's probably going to get cut off and refine that handle section a little bit more. See how that's necked down, so we're gonna cut off some of the back end of it and work on refining the rest of that handle down. See how it goes.